Welcome everybody to another video. Today we are going to be playing Wing, which is a small Walking Dead inspired challenge map. This one was created by myself and was the successor to Internment, so therefore being my second published map, and was just a small surprise release before the release of the Sanctuary, which will be my next playthrough. Alright, so here we are spawned into the hallway of the hospital. Nothing but our hands to get us by. Our first objective is going to be to get ourselves a weapon of some kind. Now I do know that there is a cane inside that room there, which was intentionally placed. The thought process behind the melee weapons was really just for it to be kind of day one-ish, where, you know, there were weapons scattered around the place. So we've got a few options. We've got a cane, a knife, a skull splitter, machete, and I think that's it from memory. The cane being the first option though, so that's what we're going to grab, which is right behind this door here. And we'll grab ourselves another 200 points for some quick revive. So you can actually hear Shane talking to Rick inside this room up here. I just thought it was a little cool Easter egg to add into the map. Even though the level itself or the map itself doesn't take place during that specific event, it is intended to take place after the event, so after Shane's left it, just with the way that it's been designed, how it's been shot up and everything. Figured close enough, right? The map's that small, it doesn't need to be too cannon heavy. Alright, so we've got ourselves a good amount of money here, so we're going to make our way through to the first areas and see what our first perk is. Deadshot, all right, not too bad. That's on the assumption that we do manage to get ourselves a gun. The perks in the map do follow a Shinonuma style system where they do spawn in randomly. And a not so fun fact is that double tap doesn't actually exist within the map. The reason being is that I couldn't actually get the machine to spawn in for some reason. It just wouldn't accept it. So rather than having a buggy map, I just decided to cut it and hope that people were good enough players to get through without double tap. I'll probably eat my words here momentarily when I'm struggling to kill zombies with a weapon, with a gun rather. Hopefully luck is on my side though. Got 3 and a bit. Okay, so we will go to the next room shortly. Alright, so we've got a good amount of money. We're going to move forward here. I'm going to try my luck on the box. We do have another perk in here too, so hopefully we get our hands on some jug. Speed colon, not what I'm after, but I'll take it. And the M14, I could have got that off the wall back there for a less price, but what can you do? Let's try again. Great shooting. Got a free gobble gum? Why not? I don't usually play with gobble gums in BO3, but these are just stock gums, so why not? I did just put the gobble gum in here just for people who do like to use it. I'm not a big gobble gum fan myself. I do use them in BO6, obviously, because they're a lot better. But BO3, I don't know, just kind of felt like they were not a cheat, but I don't know, just not for me. So I might actually try and grab myself enough points to get all the way to Pack-a-Punch and upgrade this M14. I do find that that's usually a pretty good strat, although that is a good amount of points away. Hopefully this cane lasts. I've got a nuke that doesn't quite help unless there was less than 4 zombies, so I really like this part of the map that I've designed as well. Very, very accurate to the show in my opinion. Now this map was released back in December 2022. It was a surprise release after Internment and before the Sanctuary. I just wanted to make something for fun, make something nice and easy, small, practice my mapping skills, get a little bit better at it, which is exactly what this did. The project itself didn't perform that great. It was only 5,000 odd subscribers, but like I said, I didn't advertise it very heavily. It was a surprise release, so I did just sort of drop it out of nowhere. And survival maps do only appeal to a few people. Ooh, red screened. So yeah, it wasn't for everyone. That's okay though. It is still in the workshop though if you are interested, and that is the first down of the day. Of course I get swiped from the back and the front. Let's just try and clear out some of these guys down here. I'm gonna have to go by quick revive again. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Fuck. We are not looking good here, fellas. I don't know what that... Oh, perks, points. Only takes one down for things to go sideways. Luckily, towards the end of the round here. And just like that, we are out of quick revive usages. So I'm still going to do that. I know I'm going to need, what, 1750 plus another 2 grand for the back door. So we're looking at around 10k almost. Hopefully this holds out. But yeah, the map is still available on the workshop for anyone who is interested in playing it. I will leave a link in the description or a pinned comment depending on. So I've made a fair few Walking Dead themed custom zombies maps so far. So we've got Interment, which is based on the prison from The Walking Dead. I've also got the Sanctuary, which is based on the Stavier's home base or Negan's home base. Wing, of course, which we're playing right now, which is based on the hospital from season 1. I've also made Terminus, which is the compound where the cannibals reside, and I've also made Alexandria, which is the township where Rick and the group end up in the later seasons. I was thinking about making Herschel's farm. I was also thinking about making Hilltop, although there is a Hilltop on the workshop already by someone else, which I think is pretty cool. So I don't necessarily know if I feel the need to remake that. But if you guys have any suggestions on Walking Dead themes or locations that you'd like to see, do let me know in the comments. Definitely open to some ideas. So if you've got any suggestions based on locations from the show, drop a comment, let me know. It's always good to get some ideas and some inspiration on some other locations that might make a good zombies map. So I'm thinking that some locations from the Telltale series might be cool as well. Things like the dairy farm, the motel, anything like that might be a really cool location to revisit. Although the art style is one that's a little bit tricky to replicate. I think if I do make a Telltale inspired map, I really want to get the aesthetic of the Telltale games on point for that. So I'll need to look into how achievable that is, but on the horizon, in the works, in investigation, all that jazz. We'll see. Let's open up this door here. Let's see what our last perk is. Electric Cherry, and what was over here? Mule Kick. Alright, so not great. No Jug, unfortunately, which is definitely going to make this a lot harder. We'll see how we fare, though. Might grab the Electric Cherry next. Probably won't worry so much about Mule Kick. I will go grab Deadshot Daiquiri, though, which I believe was the first perk that we unlocked. Outside of Quick Revive, that is. Let's go this way. Go back in this room here. Yeah, grab you. We're just gonna see if we can grab ourselves an AAT on the gun here. And not bad. Probably see if I can opt for maybe some Thunderwall or Electric Cherry. Not Electric Cherry, Deadwire, sorry. Now I did actually attempt making this map back in 2017 or 2018 when I first started out in the tools, similar to the Prism. It didn't bode so well for me, and ultimately I did lose the file, so that's why it never saw the light of day, but thankfully that was a good thing because it ended up with me recreating it in this instance where it is a lot better. put some shots on screen so you can see what the initial attempt looked like, and you can just do a little bit of a comparison between how it looks now compared to what it initially looked like when I first attempted it. The layout of the hospital was a little bit tricky as well, because even though it is sort of like an L or a U shape, the exterior of the hospital doesn't quite match the interior. So the interior is a lot longer in its corridors, whereas the exterior it's a lot shorter. So I did actually cut what was intended to be an outside playable area where you would go through the exit here, and that would take you down the stairwell to the outside sort of courtyard. That's where all the bodies would have been found by Rick. But yeah, I did cut that, so I may revisit the map in the future and make it expanded. I'll see what happens. You can sort of see a little bit of that exterior if we go over here. So you've got this sort of outside area, it's blown up, and the stairwell there leads out. So you can kind of tell, it's a bit hard to see obviously because the poke machine's in the way, but a bit of that outside area is actually finished up. There's another view there. Sort of hard to see, do apologize. So one of my goals as well was to actually make either a Revelations or a Transit inspired or style Walking Dead themed map. So with all the locations, or majority of the locations that I've already built in the forms of maps I've released, was to be repurposed for a map in that style. I still may do that at some point in the future. I did recently get myself the parts to build a new PC, which is yet to commence. But if I do manage to go ahead with that project, once I've got that PC built, that'll be the time to do it. So I'm thinking there's two approaches I could do. So one could be sort of like the Georgia era, which is, you know, the prison, Herschel's farm, Woodbury, Terminus, Gabriel's Church, all of that stuff. So I need to make some of those. So that could be cool. The alternative is I could do one that is the sort of Washington or the DC era, which will be, you know, Alexandria, the Sanctuary, all of that, which is a big endeavor. The Sanctuary, Alexandria alone was massive. I didn't actually get to finish that map, which I'll talk about when I do that video. But I didn't actually get to finish that map, unfortunately. The overall design of it was, but it was just like the features and the elements and whatnot were cut. So I'll need to see how viable that is, but could do something in the way of, yeah, Alexandria, or even a revised version of Alexandria, Sanctuary, Hilltop, all that stuff. Oceanside, I could do Oceanside. You know, the trash people, anything like that. So that could be really cool to visit. Another idea I had was to do the Commonwealth. I'm not super across the Commonwealth. I've only seen those later seasons once before. What I do know, however, is that the setting or the set that they use to make the Commonwealth is actually the same as the Sanctuary. So I wasn't entirely sure if I should approach it, only because the set is the same as the Sanctuary. The layout is kind of the same. But there's lots to play with there. I could definitely just sort of make it up as I go, just based on the aesthetic that you can see in the show. I'll need to take a look at that in a bit more depth and find out how viable it is. But could be cool. Lots of cool things to look at there. Alright, so I do believe we've got enough here for the viable ending. Let's just run out the round here. Yeah, 20k, so we'll just finish off the round here. Means it will be a little bit of a shorter video, but that's okay. And round 18, so that is game. We'll wrap that up here. The nightmare is only beginning. If you guys did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that jazz. If you have any suggestions on anything that you'd like to see, any custom maps you'd like to see, feel free to drop those in the comments below. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great day.